Hygiene hypothesis. What is it? It is a theory that originated in the 1980s by Dr. Strachan, who claims there is an inverse relationship between family size and the development of atopic disorder. His research suggests a single child in a family will have a weaker immune system than one with multiple siblings. His conclusion comes from examining the daily lives of families who either have one child and at least two children or more. A single child does not receive as much exposure to microbes and less harmful diseases compared to a child with siblings because a child with siblings is in constant contact with microbes that he or she may not have yet been exposed to. Even before his research, there has always been an examined relationship between children whose families are farmers compared to other city families. A 16-year study that took place in the 1980s showed that the children in those families that worked in agriculture had fewer allergies than children who had little to no exposure to agriculture. The reason? The prevalence of immunity toward allergens in farm children comes from contact with animals as a child, exposure to stables under the age of 1 year, and consumption of farm milk. Their bodies come into contact with all sorts of endotoxins, bacteria, and other microbes that their immune system learns how to properly react to. The focus on this phenomenon has brought attention to different lifestyles a child may have in different societies. In an industrialized society, a child has resources available which include clean water, properly prepared food, prescription drugs such as antibiotics, and clean clothes for everyday use. On the other hand, a child in a developing country will have most or none of these resources readily available. With these two different lifestyles in mind, a child who lives in a clean society that provides vaccines to prevent serious illnesses and prescription drugs that will work against almost any sickness can be thrown into an allergic or asthmatic reaction because of pollen in the air or a peanut in a room. Today, schools may even enforce rules against peanut products inside cafeterias because of a child who has peanut allergies. The rise of peanut allergies in children is an example of an unnecessary reaction with the presence of unharmful microbes. Again, a reason for this goes back to the immune system's defense response being inhibited by a low amount of exposure toward microbes and increased use of antibiotics and vaccines. The problem found in the hygiene hypothesis starts from the moment a baby is born, because at that moment the immune system no longer receives assistance from the mother's body and must learn how to cope with the outside world. An important endotoxin is LPS, a bacterial molecule that stimulates and educates the immune system by triggering signals through a molecular switch called TLR4, which is found on certain immune system cells. A possible solution to this problem is to find a middle ground between proper hygiene and exposure to microbes to promote a healthier lifestyle for children. Parents shouldn't worry about kids playing in the dirt. In fact, they should promote their children to play more outside. With that in mind, to conclude this session, I want to provide you guys a link to check out below for more information or to check events kids can even go to. Thanks for watching!